Well, first of all, cybersecurity is very important, especially to us, the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group, because the more vigorous we have on terms of cybersecurity, the better for us so that there will be less cybercrime that will be subjected to investigations. So cybersecurity is very important, especially to all of us, because this is really to address and prevent these cyber criminals. So with a strong cybersecurity, and of course through cyber awareness and through technology, so the better for us so that we can enhance our appreciation as to the e-commerce, digital governance, and of course the digital banking. So this is very important. So of course, to avoid being victim of a cyber criminal, especially the people of any scam. So it will be the protection of the public so against this scammer.
Sir, sino po ba or who are the usual victims po who fall prey to cybersecurity?
Well, the vulnerables are of course the senior citizens and of course the mamamayan natin sa mga nasa kalsada. So especially those who are using cell phones sa mga online transaction lang in a lower level. So these are the vulnerable one.
Sir, ano po yung dahilan kung bakit po biglang nagiging malaking issue na po itong cybersecurity?
Well, the issue of cybersecurity is very important now because we depend now on focusing on e-digital governance, digital transactions, e-banking. So, and of course, the government is also promoting digital transactions in all government offices, and especially the private are really focused now on this digital world transaction.
So,
Okay, General, how does the PNP go in collaboration with the stakeholders like ISOC po?
Yes, partnership is very important because the PNP or the government cannot address alone the problem of cyber security and cyber criminals. So it entails a partnership and collaboration. So we are very happy to have this ISOG as our partner to address these cyber crimes.
Okay, ano yung mga typical na cyber security threats dito sa Pinas?
Well, of course, we encounter this, especially the violations in terms of this provision under the Republic Act 10175 pertaining to the prohibitions with the use of this ICT in terms of this CIA, yung sa confidentiality, integrity, and availability, especially yung mga intrusions. Then, itong mga ating mga pumapasok na dito, yung mga scams through phishing and phishing, that's our common problem. Well, of course, the financial content ng ating mga ahensya, lalo na mga banking institutions, then of course, the data. So we need to protect data and the money of our organizations, private or public.
para lang po ma-clarify po yung ating mga kababayan, sir, bakit po kailangan nila ng data? Ano po yung hinahanap nila po dun sa data?
Well, data is needed for any transaction, especially in financial transactions. So they need data, personal data. So this is a very important data that can be used in terms of scamming.
Sir, do you think the existing cybercrime laws that we have is needed to be amended, given that the technology is innovating and changing from time to time?
Yes, we need to amend our existing cybercrime law. So because the technology is so fast, and of course our criminal also is so fast in advancing their modus operandi through the use of ICT.
But currently, the cybercrime laws that we have, may nakakatakas pa ba sa mga...
Yes, we have.
Nagagamit ding loophole.
Yes, we have
Yung
limit.
kakulangan nung kasalukuyang batas or existing cybercrime law.
Yes, we have limitations on that. We have a lot of provision that should be
Can you
incorporated.
give one example sa mga
Well,
limitations?
like of course, we have now the EI. We have the problem of EI. We have no specific law or AI. We have no specific laws on cryptocurrency, and this AI generated, and of course with this emerging fake news through AI also.
Salamat po.
Oh, so are you recommending a passage of law para po sa pagsugpo ng fake news?
Yes, we need to pass a new law for addressing this fake news.
Sir, mensahe na lang po para sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na po sa mga senior na medyo nalilito na po sa AI. Ano po pwede niyo sabihin sa kanila?
Well, of course, maging mapanuri po tayo at huwag tayo basta-basta maniwala sa mga nakalagay sa ating mga media platform. So, maging maingat at pag-verify. So, kung hindi niyo kaya maintindihan, magtanong sa mga nakakaalam. At kung kayo ay maging biktima ng mga cybercriminals, ipaabot agad sa aming himpilan sa PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group.
Thank you so much, General.
Well, partnership for cyber educations. Of course, through education, we can really prevent these cyber criminals from victimizing our people. So then, of course, through technology sharing and information sharing, because alam naman natin na sila ay merong mga information na very vital that they can be shared to us, especially on matters of investigations. Evidence are usually nandoon sa private companies. So they can help us for a faster sharing of intelligence and help in conduct of investigation.
Last na lang, may financial institutions din po kayo na binabanggit na you want to protect. So what exactly are the...
Well, all financial institution is also part of our concern because our mandate is to ensure that the public should have confidence in online and digital banking. So we need to address these cyber criminals using several modus operandi in terms of scamming.
Okay. Were there any apprehensions already?
Well, we have so many apprehensions.
Some statistics on that?
Yes, we have. Well, we need today a leader that will focus on not only for enforcement and investigation, but promoting partnership through cyber educations and of course with the appreciations of technology. So alam naman natin, technology is there, but the people behind is the problem. Well, as an alliance, we need to have more collaboration and partnership, especially in promoting cyber awareness and technology support.